Hi there, this is HDpolarbear bringing you yet another Starcraft2 replay. This will be a rematch from our Protoss player Ólij and our Green Zerg player Snake. If you haven't watched the first game, then do so now, because I will spoil who wins that game. And I will give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now you should be at the other video, but if you're not, then you know that Ólij took that victory with an early push with zealots and sentries, and a good placement of force fields guaranteed his victory. Let's see what he does now. Will he do the same and try to just humiliate our Zerg player? I don't think the Zerg player Snake will accept anything less than a victory in this game. So let's see what happens. Will he dare to early expand like he didn't really early expand in the last game, but he had no spine crawlers, he had nothing to defend. So bad scouting there, and he will probably make up for that in this game. We see Ólij is using his scout right after his pylon. This is a standard play for him, and he's using his pylon here and probably a gateway and cybernetics here to secure his natural. So will we see an early expand for him? I'm not sure. He has enough energy for a chrono boost, but he's probably saving it for something, maybe a zealot or something like that. So we see that drone for Snake moving in. He knows where the wall is, he knows what's invulnerable. This is kinda dangerous though, because of these rocks here, so he needs to put a pylon here or something like that to spot any attack on the rocks. And wisely enough, Snake is moving his overlord probably around this location here. So again we see that Ólij is putting his probe on patrol around the Zerg base to spot any buildings and any buildings being made. So we see a spawning pool, 14. This is the same build as Snake went for in our last game. That was a 14 pool and probably a 14 gas. So will he go for the 24? And he has enough for a metabolic, and he's probably going to go for that now. Yeah, this is the exactly same build he was doing in the last game. I really hope he has something more up his sleeve than just that. So chrono boosting out a zealot, and yeah, he did put a pylon here, so that was a good decision. And he does put the cybernetics here. I'm wondering why he does this. He is probably either going to, no, this will probably, he will never wall this off. Trying to hide the cybernetics, so the Zerg player thinks that he's going for a early push, early zealot push or something like that on a couple of gateways. And we see that Snake has his overlord here, so he sees only these buildings here, and he sees the Stalker. But because he sees the Stalker, he knows that the cybernetics is out. You can of course not get a Stalker unless you have a cybernetics. So I'm just not sure about the location on the buildings here. He's probably just maybe doing this to have an easier time to force field or something like that. I'm really not sure. It should be enough to just put this pylon and reinforce as it goes. But yep, we see the exact same build from our Zerg player. So in theory, the exact same build for our Protoss player could win this game. This is a weird play for our Snake player. He needs to, well, maybe his decision is to mass speedlings. He did not have that many speedlings in the last match. And will this Stalker be able to snipe out this overlord? Yes, he will. He will have one kill on his sleeve, and What does that make him? A discipline. Discipline. Something. Rank. Well, that was fun. Good job, Stalker, killing that overlord. And we see that one overlord is here. Where are the others? He has 3 overlords here. He should move one at the gold here. And maybe have one somewhere here. He's not microing those overlords as well as he should. He's moving his queen. This is just the same old thing we saw at game 1 from these 2 players. Let's look at the production. We see natural going down for our Protoss player and a pylon with it. We see he has this front gate secured, and he has a good knowledge of what's going on the rocks. No scouting going on for our... Yeah, he has this overlord here, so just like that he's trying to do some scouting, and he will probably see the entire base unless Ólij sees this quick enough and warps in a Stalker and 2 to deal with this. He has 1, 2... He has 4 gateways and a Twilight Council. What will we see? Will we see Dark Templars? Will we see High Templars? What's going on with Battle.net? Sorry about that, I'm not sure what's going on there. Couple of pylons going on here. He's just putting pylons everywhere where he needs to possibly reinforce his army. So he needs to use the chrono boost here a lot better. It's almost at full. Maybe get the blink. I'm thinking that, but he's moving his army out with again Stalker, Zealot and Sentry army. He did actually not have no Stalkers in our last game, and we see 3 Spine Crawlers going down at the moment. This is also too late for our Zerg player, just as in the last match. Will he be able to push this off unlike he did in the last game? Good force fields along with these Spine Crawlers. Will he manage to surround? They speedless need to surround. Yeah, they are managing to. Good force fields here, saving the Stalkers. He needs more. He needs the queen. 3 Spine Crawlers popping in just at the right time, so he will be able to effectively push this away. So there's another thing going on than here and in the last game. Here he managed to put his Spine Crawlers in time, and probably because Ólij did not push as early as he did in the last game. He did push with no Stalkers last game, and that was enough to kill any Spine Crawlers that were in the making. We see a Psionic Storm being researched and weapons level 1 and a High Templar getting out. I'm wondering, does he have the... Where is this building? Where is the... Here it is, hidden. He does not have the Kadarin amulet, which means that they cannot storm when they warp in. As you can see, they cannot. They only start off with, I think, 50 energy. So some time needs to be. So they need a bit time to be able to storm. So we have a Hydralisk then and a Rhodes Warren. So Rhodes Hydra play seems. I was so certain that he would go for Mutas because of the Ling build and the build order he was going for, but I was wrong. So Rhodes Hydra it is, no Banelings or nothing, and versus this army here. Psionic Storm is, or whatever it's pronounced, is very effective versus Hydras, but not as versus the Rhodeses. Actually, it's just not the good pick for Rhodes when your opponent is going for Rhodeses. But let's see what's going on. He's going for the rocks, but the Zerg player does see that he needs to react, and he needs to react quickly, and he's pulling all his speedlings away from the creep. You notice here that the creep is spread very poorly, so he's losing all the movement speed bonus he could have. He needs to spread the creep around here, and he had ample time to do so. So will he manage a good storm here? Another good storm. He was going to pull this. He's going to defeat all those circlings with 2 storms and another storm probably going down here. No energy for it. I think he has energy for 1 more. He's waiting for the large army to appear, but our Zerg player again macroing too heavily and forgetting to. Good storm here. All too often we do not see this happen. We do not see Protoss player storm the mineral line. The Zerg player just trying to take out these and fusing an Archon. Good play there because they had no energy left. He's going to try to snipe this layer down because he's afraid of Mutas, I'm sure. Mutas would have been the right unit choice, I'm sure, but these Archons are pretty deadly against them though. I think they have Splash versus Air. But oddly enough, we see a Roach Warren, we see a Hydralist then, but we do not see no Roaches and no Hydralists. So I think this was a poor play from our Zerg player. He has a lot of gas, a lot of minerals. So the Protoss player, he's just outmatching the Zerg player. The Zerg player needs to practice a bit more. But now he GG's, he knows it was his mistake. He was only guarding his natural. He forgot to spread the creep around to here. He forgot, and even now Ólij is listening to me. He's putting the pylon here and reinforcing his army with it. Ólij was just 1 class above Snake. Sorry Snake, but this is how it looks. 2 more gateways being thrown down. So GG, it's 2-0-0 for the Protoss player. This is HDpolarbear signing out.